Hello Virgo, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they are feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Okay. All right. You have two cards that popped out in a very strange way. Mystery. And then you have love. Love is a mystery. So, this person is from your past life. You've either been married, engaged, could have had an affair, long term, could have been betrothed, many, many things. This means this person is your twin flame soulmate or karmic partner, and you may have a very intense connection with them. All right. So this could be somebody who is from your past. This could be a relationship, could be a situationship even. Could simply be somebody has exchanged glances with you and on more than a few occasions, and you know there's something special there. So this is that individual that comes to your mind as soon as I say your person of interest. Who are you interested in? And for those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I don't actually channel through any spirit guides. I do have the ability of getting the answers myself through my higher intuitive self. And at the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. All right. We have here mystery, followed by love, death and rebirth, nourishment, embracing the shadow, anger and rage, laughter, centering, and then we have pleasure under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Virgo, the connection that I have with you, I have started to question this. Why is it that you seem so familiar? When I look into your eyes, it's as if I know you. When I hear your voice, I smile. Because I feel as if I know you. I'm comfortable with you. And I don't even know why I'm so comfortable with you. I do question the universe. Why is it that you're in my life now? Why not before? Why not long ago? And why not far into the future? Are we meant to be together? Are we supposed to be together? I do ask these questions. And I do feel that in this situation, there is this unconditional love that just exists by default. It's just there. It's a constant. There is unconditional love, sacred love, true love, pure love. This love exists, and it is very intense. I would do anything for it. And yet I do not know why I would. Things that have happened in this connection, Virgo, were very rough, mean, nasty in the past. But going forward, I want to make things better. Going forward, I want it to be just smooth sailing. No rocky roads, no bumpy. Nothing. But I do want a second chance with you. Because I feel that I can. Everything that happened before is in the past. And I want to have a new future with you. And I'm thinking about it. I'm creating strategies, ideas, plans. And you have found somebody who is the complete package. You fulfill me spiritually, emotionally, and even physically. I know that you have this ability to do so. I also feel that in this connection, there's a sense of embracing the shadow. You have seen a side of me that was very impulsive, compulsive, and even aggressive to some degree. I was dark, it was shady. It was something that I didn't really want you to see, and sometimes I was mean. Because of this, things have become very awkward. The feelings and the environment have become very uncomfortable. So it's hard for me to be my true self in this connection. For this reason, I am quite angry. Not angry at you. Slightly irritated as to why I love you this much. And also why I don't know where this love is coming from. But what I'm truly angry at, and what truly annoys me, is the fact that I don't have that open communication the way I once did. Things are very awkward now. Things are uncomfortable. And that makes me angry. Not you, but the situation that we are both in now. I feel you are a wonderful and beautiful friend. You know what makes me tick. You know what makes my heart happy. You know the things that make my day brighter. And I cherish that. Because I cherish you as a friend. And it also hurts me and annoys me that that side of you I am seeing less and less of now because of what has happened. Which is why I want to have a second chance. You make me feel very centered. There's a lot of this feeling of being very grounded. I do feel grounded. We're like the yin and the yang. If I'm the moon, you are the sun. We come and go and we dance in perfect harmony. And I can always rely that you'll be there the next day. Or eventually. In this connection, I have felt and experienced a lot of pleasure. Physical pleasure as well as spiritual pleasure. This pleasure is real. It is true. And everything about me starts to float and just be happy. Overall, I know there's something different about this connection. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, I always end up thinking about you. It's difficult for me not to. Because now it's like you are a part of me. All right, Virgo. Interesting. Yeah. So there's a second chance coming. At the very least, this is what this person is feeling. This is what they're hoping for, to have a second chance with you. But if you wonder why they are not talking to you, why they have kept their distance, the truth is they just feel very awkward about what has happened. They don't have the courage or the guts or the type of mental capacity to think straight right now where they can actually be with you. They don't know how to reach out to you. They feel the environment's very uncomfortable, very, very awkward. And unfortunately, that actually agitates them, makes them angry. Of course, anger is not a solution, but it is an emotion, and it's very normal. It's a very human reaction. So this is what is kind of bothering them, and this is the reason why they're not truly reaching out to you the way that you would like to. But the true intention here is to have a second chance. And yeah, you guys have a past life connection here. For some of you, you may want to have a look at my other channel, Asnointia Audio, for those of you who are new. Here we have pleasure, and we have here the mystery card. So on my other channel, Asnointia Audio, I have one video called Past Life and Spiritual Connections. You may find that very interesting. It'll give you a lot of information regarding this particular kind of situation you're in. I also have another video called Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. So that is with the pleasure, because there's a lot of pleasure being in this connection with this person. That's a lot of physical pleasure. So have a look at those two videos. Many of you will find it very helpful. Things will be more clear, and you have the whole community there who has gone through the same thing. There's so many people that have gone through the same thing. It's a spiritual connection thing. It's just the way it is. Everybody can, I guess, bond over that because many of us have gone through the same thing. All right. Let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. So this is, I'm looking into any type of issue that may have occurred in the first place that caused the situation to go downhill. So what truly happened that caused a problem? Okay. All right. This person really wasn't able to make up their mind. Oh, because they thought it was a superficial and artificial situation. Not good. From your point of view, it may have been, and for some of you, that's not going to resonate for all of you. I'm getting here that some of you also were kind of playing along with this, and you were not really giving your all. I'm getting that some of you have done that. The majority of you, however, you tried, and this person was distracted. So we have here the Seven of Cups. This talks about a lack of choices, wanting to make a choice, but having a lack of it, being indecisive, and living in fantasy land. Overindulging in thoughts of what the future may bring. Having daydreams. A decision must be made in order to move forward and rejoin the world. Allowing fantasies to influence how one views life. Projecting onto others instead of seeing things the way they truly are. All right. So this is something that happened with this individual. There are daydreams. So one of the issues here is that they didn't really take action as they should have. And they were not able to make the type of choice that perhaps you needed them to make. Now this other card here talks about, this is the Four of Cups. This talks about dissatisfaction, overindulgence, and boredom. Taking something for granted. Taking love, talents, and beauty for granted. The need for a more authentic way of life. And the reevaluation of a friendship that feels superficial. Accepting the situation the way it is, even though discontent is still present. This would eventually be a passing phase. But you see here, Virgo, how it says, reevaluation of a relationship that feels superficial. They felt that this connection with you was superficial, not from your side, but from theirs. And then accepting the situation the way it is. So they didn't really change it much. They just accepted it. But even though they accepted it, they were not putting in the effort to try to figure out why it is that they feel that this is fake to some degree. Yeah. So it does seem like this person had a little bit of an issue in terms of temptation, overindulging in fantasies, not really doing the work that's required. Why? Because they felt that there's no use, because they felt it was a fake kind of connection. They didn't feel it was genuine. Even if you, Virgo, even if you had bent over backwards and tried to satisfy this person, depending on what this person has gone through in their own life, they would have compared what you're doing to that example. And based on that, they'd make their decision. Here, it does appear that they didn't know any better. And they were daydreaming, but you were in those daydreams as well. That's the thing. However, they did not know if this was real or not. They did not know if this was superficial or not, or if you're just acting the entire time. Usually this is because they've heard stories from other people where things like this happen, or they've experienced it themselves before, and they have a lack of trust. Once bitten, twice as shy is a reason why these sayings exist. Remember, this is a general love reading. It will not resonate for everybody. That little part I just read right now, that truly might not resonate for a whole bunch of people. Okay. Any type of actions, any plans, any intentions that this individual has towards you. Now, these are, well, rather, this deck is the Beginner's Tarot deck. Okay. We have here Five of Cups and the Fool card. So the Beginner's Tarot deck here, what I'm looking into is what actions this person may take towards you, any intentions, any plans they may have. Wow, Virgo, this is a very tough one. So with the Five of Cups, your person of interest feels that they could have done things better, but they did not at the time, and now they do regret that. They are crying over spilled milk. Whatever type of actions they took, whatever kind of silence they kept, all of that now is reflecting in their mind, and they wonder, why did I do this? I turned the situation into what it is today. That's what this person feels. They are feeling guilty about it. Then we have here the Fool card. This individual is walking into a situation that they have no idea what they're getting into, and they want to. They want to take a leap of faith, and they want to be in this situation with you. But the problem with the Fool card is exactly that. It is the fool. It's a fool. A person that is foolish behavior, immature, impulsive. You can't be in a relationship where the person has impulsive behavior. You can't. Why? Because either you be like that too, because you won't be able to keep up with that roller coaster ride, the highs and the lows of that individual. You really need to know a person like that in order to live with them and be with them in a happy way. This person makes rash decisions, and they are a little bit immature in a way when it comes to what they want in life. What I'm also seeing here is they take action first and think later, which is not wise. So in this case, yes, this person, do they want to come back into your life? Absolutely yes. The problem I'm seeing, though, is even if they do, there will be a problem, because as soon as they get together with you, they may leave just as fast, because they may be like, oh, I thought I had 10 out of 10 points, and this person dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's, and they're a perfect person for me. But then all of a sudden they're with you and they realize, no, this person is like a 7 or an 8. Those points don't match. But had they talked to you before, had they given that time, energy, and effort, this would not have been a problem. So impulsiveness is very important to note in this connection. You can't be with somebody that's going to be like that. You need to take things slow, not too slow, but take things slow where this person can absorb who you are, what you do, What are your likes and dislikes? What do you want to do in the future? Has to be a sweet connection and not just something that's going to be like sour in the end. We have here also with the Seven of Wands. This individual knows that there's a lot of things that are against them. A lot of people, a lot of struggles, a lot of things that may just overwhelm them in the future. And what they're trying to do is get rid of all of that. There is a sense of distrust and struggle. However, I do see that this is an internal struggle that they're having within themselves. They are not going to be talking to you too much about their emotions. Definitely not with the King of Swords. But they do want to offer you something, which is a solid offer of even friendship. This could be friendship, this could be love. But because this is a love reading, it would be passionate if they're reaching out to you. So they may start off as friends, but then it may turn into something deeper. So here we have the Ace of Pentacles. An offer is coming to some degree. It will be there. Then we have the World card. So with the World card, it talks about how in this connection, this person feels physically distant from you. They also feel that emotionally they are quite distant from you. And that is a problem. Because they have these feelings, it is hard for them to move on. They're unable to let go of you, which is a good thing for you. So they have realized you are their world. They don't like having distance from you. They want to be close to you. We also have here the King of Swords. With the King of Swords, this does talk about how this person may seem to be a bit cold and aloof, distant, but they are not. They're like hard on the outside, but soft on the inside. Just like a chocolate-covered marshmallow. Those are nice. So, yeah. This person's chocolate-covered marshmallow. Kind of thick on the outside. Layer is thick. But on the inside, they are just malleable. They're soft. They're gentle. They'll be anything you want them to be. But at this moment in time, this is not the image they want to portray to you. Because as a masculine energy, it doesn't have to be a male, this individual feels that they need to show you that they are in charge of their emotions, not of the relationship, not of the situation. They want to make things right. They want to talk to you. However, they may not express themselves to you the way you want them to express. Just remember, your way of love, their way of love, there's a difference here. Their mindset is slightly different. Yours is slightly different. So do I see them taking any action? I do, actually. I see them first regretting this entire situation and just being in their mind. They're not really taking any action anywhere. Then we have the Fool card. So they are going to reach out to you at some point. But then they're going to realize that there is struggle. So they're going to reach out. There's going to be some type of a gap. This could be from your side. It could be from theirs. But then eventually it's like they come out of this cloud and boom, there's an offer. That offer, it's a solid offer. It's a coin. And why do they do that? Because they finally realize that they are so far away from you, emotionally and physically. And they want to close that gap because you now mean the world to them. Virgo, something like this takes time. So, I'm sorry, I know I have to tell you, but if you're interested in this person, most likely I do see them reaching out to you, but it might take some time. So, just keep that in mind. All right. Just going to do a quick prayer. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. Oh my. Okay, reconsider. Coming out. If you hear me, if you hear a whisper, guys, don't freak out and don't freak me out. Oh my heavens, many of you are like, I heard someone whisper, and I'm like, oh my god, who is it? It turns out it's me. Okay. So I do whisper. If I hear something in my mind, I do whisper it out so that I don't forget to say it out loud. I immediately whisper it. So there's no other kind of beings or energies that are here other than the angels themselves, and they would obviously not sound like me. Negative energies can sound like me, but there are no negative energies here. As some of you know, I do have something called a Holy Light package and the Chakra Checkup package and the Negative Energy package. So I do teach people how to get rid of negative energies from around their home, around the aura, and inside of their body. If some of you are interested in that, getting rid of negative energies and having more positivity and allowing things to manifest in your life, whatever is owed to you karmically, whatever is written in your book of life, you will get that at the very least. It's important to have negative energies gone from your life. And talking about chakra checkup, that card does indicate that there's something wrong with your chakras, which means there's negative energies inside of your chakras. So we have here reconsider. There's something better. Improving health, wait, perfect timing, you are ready, it's up to you. Oh my goodness, this literally reads like a sentence, Virgo. Reconsider what it is that you're going to say and do. Think about your actions. Think about your inactions. Whatever you're not going to be saying. Maybe you need to. Maybe you need to speak up. So reconsider it. Think about it twice. Because no matter what decision you take, there is going to be something better than the situation. And something even better than this person that you are dealing with. Yes, now you have a choice. Because you have the card, it's up to you. At the end of the day, improving health is important because some of you have been very drained. I'm getting the words anxiety, depression, stress. I'm seeing those words in my mind's eye right now. So this has actually taken a toll on some of you. And when you have those type of feelings and emotions, they actually attract negative energies. Hopefully soon, fingers crossed. My goodness, I'll try. It's been about a month and a half now. I've been trying to get this video out on my other channel, Asnointia Audio, all about negative energies. And it has taken a while because I've had many things coming up in between that. So hopefully it'll be up and you guys will have a better explanation of how this stuff kind of affects people. So improving health is important, but these vibrations that we send out, these frequencies that we send out, being stressed and sad, that actually attracts negative energy, the type of negative energy. So it will attract itself to you and it'll just get stuck onto you and you will feel more sad to the point where it starts to become depression, for example, and then anger, then frustration, then rage, and then somebody gets hurt. This is what negative energy does. These are jinns, demons, evil spirits. So I have the chakra checkup open. If you guys want that package, go ahead. Place an order on my website. That's www.asnointia.com. And if you also want to simply just try to do it yourself, I do have a self-help guide that is my Holy Light package. Because this is improving health, I also would recommend another package that I just put up a while ago, Water Wellness. So this is how to create and charge water so that it can be in your benefit when you digest it. All right. So we have here, wait. Now, even your health is going to take some time. You're going to have to wait. But whatever happens in this connection, where that something better is going to come in, or someone better is going to come in, there's going to be a waiting period. And you will be pretty frustrated to some degree because you will wonder, when is this going to happen? They are saying here that it will happen in due time. It will be a perfect time when it does happen. This indicates divine timing. They are saying here you are ready. So emotionally, spiritually, and physically, it does indicate here that you will be ready to tackle on this entire situation. You will be able to do this. You've got this. And they're saying it's up to you. So when it's up to you, it does tell me that you have a choice here. And the choice for what I see for some of you is there's going to be something better, and you're going to have to reconsider what it is that you want in this connection because of something better. Now, the situation could improve for some of you. The other option here, the other side of this, the group, is that you're going to meet somebody completely brand new. But even for that, you'll have to wait until your health improves. And when I'm talking about health, it's not just the physical health. Mind, body, spirit, and soul. All of them. At the same time need to be looked into. It's not just one part. One part becomes stronger, the other will become weak. So you need to have an equal balance of when you are going to be trying to help yourself here. Because once you are strong, you will be able to attract that positive energy. Somebody will feel like they want to be with you because you're healthy, you're running around, you're vibrant, right? People, it's sad, but people that you are introduced to, it's just human nature. They don't want to see someone who is sad, depressed, and maybe even sick, right? They don't want to go out with that person. That's just a normal human trait. That's people. We can't change that. It's extremely rare that somebody would want to be with someone who's in that state. But if you're meeting someone for the first time, it's best for you to also be mentally, physically, spiritually strong. And that's when they will know the true you. Here that it also says look for a sign. Now this could be, yes, signs and synchronicities, but that doesn't really give you much of an indication. What I'm seeing here is look for a sign. So some of you may need to think twice about what's going to happen. Do you want to let go of this person or not? Is it too much for you to handle now? So look at the red flags. And for others of you, look for a sign for something better or someone better. If you see and you compare this person that's going to come into your life, compare it to the previous person, your person of interest. Is it worth it? Do you really want to sacrifice your happiness, or do you want to try something new here? Because you may be in a relationship, for example, I'm getting 60 to 75. You may be in a relationship where you're getting 60 to 75% of exactly what you want. The rest of it is just gone. And now I'm getting 80. However, the person that's going to reach out to you or maybe come into your life for some of you, 80% they will fit the bill. They will be that person that at least fills all of your expectations 80%. I have no idea why I get percentages, but that's just me. So, there you have it. Take your time. It's good news. There's something that's going to happen here. Either way, things are going to improve for you. But health is also a priority, so keep that in mind. All right, my sweet Virgos. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below. Has this resonated with anyone? Feel free to share your stories. I do read them. Sometimes I cannot, with the grace of God, now there's so many of you, I cannot write to each and every single person, but I do try to at least acknowledge that I've read the comments. Sometimes I just read them and I don't even, mark them, things like that, but I try my best. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in and for your encouragement, for your support. I will see you guys again. Bye now.